So, good morning, everyone. Welcome to lecture 25 on the course Data Structure and Algorithm. So, in the last class, yesterday, about, we introduced the concept of circular queue using array, and we have developed a code, a basic code, okay, to implement circular queue using array, and we have seen that the insertion and deletion operations are working fine. But today we shall introduce some other test cases where you will see our code developed yesterday will be failing, and how to overcome those test cases or those failures. We will discuss all those issues, and if time permits, then I will present you a very good problem which was designed last year. It is regarding the circular queue and the problem solution, because the solution, I mean, of the problem actually requires some very fundamental mathematical tool, and which is very interesting. I hope you will like it. So let's start today's class. So let me share my screen.
হ্যাঁ,
Yes.
এবার 22 তারিখেরটা পাচ্ছি, 23 তারিখের কালকেরটা দেখছি না স্যার।
22 তারিখে তো আমার ক্লাসই ছিল না।
তাহলে 22-12 দেখাচ্ছে এখানে একটাতে।
হ্যাঁ, তা হতে পারে, কেন ওটা অ্যাকচুয়ালি জিএমটি তে রয়েছে বোধহয়। তো
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা
22
আচ্ছা
তারিখে
আচ্ছা,
তো আমি সাড়ে
ঠিক আছে,
বারোটায়
তাহলে পেয়েছি, তাহলে
হ্যাঁ,
পেয়েছি স্যার, দেখে নেবো স্যার।
দেখবে থাম্বনেল তো দেখবে থাম্বনেল দেখেই বুঝতে পারবে ওটা সার্কুলার কিউ বলে ড্রয়িং আছে, দেখো।
দেখছি।
হ্যাঁ, ভিডিওটার থাম্বনেলটা দেখবে। থাম্বনেল নয় ওই আর কি।
দেখতে হবে স্যার, উপরে তো এমনি লেখা আছে। ঠিক আছে, দেখছি স্যার।
হ্যাঁ, দেখো না, দেখো।
হ্যাঁ।
না পেলে বলো। Okay, so this is the circular array, circular queue looking like in terms of array, and there are its capacity is 8. So if I start with here, let's say 0. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 0 to 7, total 8 cells in there. Now this is our code. You have seen that probably. Acha, in this code, do you have any problem in this code? Some portion where you are facing some difficulty?
স্যার আপনার যে ওভারফ্লো কন্ডিশনটা আছে ওটা স্যার চেক করলাম, মানে স্যার বেশি এলিমেন্টস তো নিতে পারছি ওই কন্ডিশনটায়।
হ্যাঁ, নেবেই।
হ্যাঁ, এই কন্ডিশন।
ওখানে নিশ্চয়ই দেখছি, দেখো সিকিউ ওয়াজ নট ডিক্লেয়ার্ড ইন দ্য স্কোপ। What is CQ? CQ तो globally declare करा है। এটা কালকে শো করেছিল? So 3, then 6, oh, 6, right? So insertion is fine. It is working very fine. 8 elements we can store. Or you are telling me that it is taking more. If I display at this situation, see, it's creating a problem. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's do this now. Okay. So deletion also fine. Okay, no issue. Now today, okay, this is 7. Let's say somewhere. Okay, let's introduce font. Font and rear. So front is pointing towards this. Okay, so let's say some elements are there, 3, 6, 9, and 12, and so on. And here it is 24. So that rear is pointing towards this location. So if we have some problem in the overflow, let's display the value. So front equal to 4223040 and rear equal to 4223068. My goodness. Let me check once. Oh no, sorry. It is displayed like that. It's a 4223068. This is the address.
Yes, sir.
And this 3 is the first element of the circular key. Oh, anyway. So now it is expected that 40 rear has become 40 plus 4 into 7. Right?
Yes, sir.
4 sevens are 28. 28 plus 40 is 68. So it is correct. Now if this is satisfied, this is satisfied. Here equal to percentile u circular key overflow. Let's display the value of rear. Font equal to this, it is correct. Now if I want to insert,
Sir, if we change the condition to ampersand CQ7, I think that will be okay.
but why it should not be done?
স্যার এখানে যেহেতু আমরা স্ট্যাটিক সাইজ করেছি ওই জন্যই
So
বললাম।
this is ampersand. Oh, my mistake. This should be actually size of int into 7. Why it should be 7? It should be 7, no?
n
স্যার
minus 1
ইন্ডেক্সটাকে
sir.
activate
Eight
করতে
minus-
n-1 is the formula.
Size of int 4 into 7, right? Then it will come. So that message should be displayed whenever I want to insert a new value. It will not allow me, right? Okay. Then it should be 7. I think. Yeah. Okay. Now it's fine.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So this is actually address operation. So this is an address. So if you add like similar to rear plus plus or from plus plus. So this is like nothing but a address or a pointer value. So if we do pointer plus 7, what happens actually? It inherently implicitly it is happened that thing ampersand of CQ plus CQ0 plus size of int into 7. That will be done implicitly. We don't have to explicitly write that syntax, that size of int into 7. It is automatically done because it's an address arithmetic. Address arithmetic means pointer arithmetic. Okay.
স্যার মানে দুটো অ্যাড্রেসের সাম করছেন জাস্ট সিম্পলি।
হ্যাঁ, দুটো অ্যাড্রেসের সাম হচ্ছে না না, এটা হচ্ছে পয়েন্টার অ্যারিথমেটিক কেমন হয়, রিয়াল প্লাস প্লাস বোঝালাম আগের দিন। রিয়াল প্লাস প্লাস, রিয়াল প্লাস প্লাস মিন্স হোয়াট, স্বপ্নিল কি একটা ভুল করছিল সেখানে, যে ইফ সাপোজ real value is equal to 2004, then if I add plus 1 with it, what it means actually, is it equal to 2005? No, it is
2008.
2004 plus size of int
4 bytes.
star 1. So this is the meaning. Okay, now if you consider size of int equal to 4, then it will become 2004 plus 4 into 1, that is equal to 2008. So that rear is going to the next location, next array location. So this is the concept.
So base address plus size of data type into n-1.
Similarly here, this means it's an address. What is the value of rear? It's nothing but an address. So if I add some value with an address, so this happens actually implicitly. You don't have to do, you don't have to write explicitly this expression. Automatically it is done if you write this one. So this is the valid syntax. 2004 plus 1. Okay.
Okay.
So this is called pointer arithmetic. So I'm mentioning here, refer pointer arithmetic. Yes, sir. Anyway, so overflow is done, and this code is working very fine if we are inserting, going on, keep going on inserting, and then keep going on deleting only. But if I do insert, then delete, then insert, then delete, then it will be a problem. It may be a problem. Let's see. So Hmm. So let's say we want to start an operation. Insert 3. So here we have inserted 3 and then 6 and then let's say 9 and then 12. Okay, so that rear is pointing towards this and front is pointing towards this. So let's bring this situation. Okay, right. So at this moment you know that front is pointing towards this, rear is pointing towards 12. Now I am to perform delete. Let's say 2 times delete. Okay, so 3 should be removed and 6 should be removed so that front will move towards 9. Okay, so let's do this. 2 times delete. Let's display. Okay, so 9 and 12. So this is the address. Okay, okay, let me apply a slash n. So 9 and 12. This is desired. 9 and 12. ঠিক আছে? So let's proceed further. We want to add more elements. Here 15, here 18. Okay, 2 more elements so that rear is now pointing towards 18. 15, 18, and then display and see 9, 12, 15, 18 it is pointing. And what are the addresses? Okay, let's keep an eye on the address. Front is actually pointing towards 4223048 and rear is pointing towards 4223052. So consider the last 3 digits 048 and 0582. So this is somewhat 048 and next is 052. Next we have inserted 2 more elements 15 and 18 so that front remains there, rear has moved to 18. Let's see what is the display. Front equal to 48, that means front is still there and rear has moved to 060. Okay, so this should be 060 and you just verify the addresses whether it is giving us correct address or not. It may give us some wrong answer due to some error in the code. But 52, this is 56 and this is 60 because here size of int equal to 4 in my computer. So in my computer size of int is equal to 4. Okay, so that means whatever we are expecting we are getting the desired results. Okay, everything is getting verified. Okay, no problem. So if we keep going on, if we continue like this, insert delete, it is probably not creating any problem so far. It is working very fine. If we add more elements 21, okay, let's add one element only. So rear is pointing towards this, yeah, and its address is
64.
Let's come to this point. 21, let's display. So 48 to 64, so we are getting expected result, no issue. Achha, what will happen if we add another element 24 so that rear is pointing towards 24, right? So I think it will give us desired result 124 and then display. See 48 to 68, so it is address of this value is 068 and that is expected. Okay, but still there are two vacancies. Still there are two vacancies. Rear equal to 068. So go to the overflow condition here. It is checking whether ampersand CQ0 plus 7 is equivalent to rear or not. Is equivalent to rear or not. So we are checking this condition to check whether the circular queue goes under overflow condition. And what is CQ0? Remember, this is the 0th index of the array. This is the 7th index of the array. This is a static thing. The array is not looking like a circular array. It's a linear array like this. So its index starts with 0, index ends with 7. Okay, and this is static. Okay? Static memory allocation. We have done static memory allocation here. Here in this line. So array static memory allocation for circular queue. Now what is the problem then? So ampersand of CQ0 means address of this one. And what is the address? Remember, can you remember what is the address of this location? That is 040. How? So earlierly we displayed the array elements when all the circular queue, inter-circular queue was full, then front was giving the answer 3040 and rear 3068, right? So remember that the address of this location is 040. And in this expression, conditional expression, what is happening? The ampersand of CQ0 is actually 040 plus 7 means 7 into 4, that is 28, and that is equal to 068, and that is equivalent to rear. Why? Because see, rear is pointing towards 24. That means rear is holding the address 068. So rear has become equal to 068. So this condition will be true. This condition will be true. Ampersand of CQ0 plus 7. And then it will show us the rear equal to the address 068 and circular queue overflow. Have you understood? All? Have you understood?
Yes, sir.
So this is the problem. So though in this situation the circular queue is not full, but still as per the condition given in the code, which was working very fine in previous cases, but now it is failing. That condition is not able to verify properly the overflow condition. So where is the problem? So in this condition, where is the problem? And can we remove that problem? Anyone suggest?
So instead of ampersand CQ0, sir, front pointer can we use?
Are you asking me or you are sure about it?
Sir, just suggesting.
Guessing. Why? Explain.
Sir, because sir, front pointer is pointing to the third location, sir, in this example. So, sir, if we start counting from there,
Proceed.
Sir, I think it will work fine.
Okay. Yes, that's a correct. And in other words, to beautify your answer, let me add my words. That is, can we say like that? Wherever the front pointer will be pointing, suppose front is pointing towards this location. Suppose, okay, let me use some red color. Suppose, let's say at some time, because front is not a fixed, front is moving, rear is also moving, but at some time, suppose front is pointing towards this location. Okay, so then the circular queue will be full if and only if rear is pointing towards this location. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So wherever the front pointer will be pointing towards, rear pointer will be pointing towards that location just behind the front. ঠিক আছে? So in that case, the front value is not fixed, it is variable. So whatever the value of front, ঠিক আছে, rear is supposed to point towards this location when circular queue will be full. So this location means what? This location means what?
Front plus 7.
No, again it's the wrong. That's the wrong which was corrected yesterday, that wrong concept introduced by Swapnil. So at this moment, this address is 052. So front is equal to 052. So if you add 7 with 052, it will actually add 052 plus 28. It will give us 90, 090. 080. But this is not 080. This is 048. Understood? That is the problem. So this is the test case where our code is failing. Even if we replace, your explanation is correct. The front is moving. So if we can do that, it should not be n% CQ0 always. It intuitionally it should be front, but yes, it is still not able to remove the problem. So this is a test case. So the code is failing. Overflow condition. ঠিক আছে? Okay. Okay. So the admin. So now one thing you have to you have understood that circular queue is not full, though this condition is true. Has become true. Rear has reached the last location of the circular array. Now, what is your expectation? Forget about the code. Forget about the code. What do you want in this situation? If you want to insert a new value, what do you want? Tell me. What is your intuition?
Sir, it should be inserted in the 040 address location.
040 address. That means somehow rear has to move to that location.
Yes, sir.
But there is the problem if you do rear plus plus, because previously whenever you are moving the rear pointer, you are moving that rear pointer by this code, rear plus plus. But at this situation, if you do rear plus plus, rear value will become 06872. So that is going something in linear representation. This is the 0th location and this is the 7th location. Its address is 068 and rear is pointing toward this location. So if you add 4 with it, rear, if you
out of array,
it will go to next location, this location, not this location. No, this location it will move to, which is beyond the array. ঠিক আছে? Memory is there, so it is but beyond the array. So this is the problem. So somehow if you want to insert a new value when rear has reached the last or 7th location of the array, then you have to reinitialize, reassign the rear pointer to the first location, zeroth location of the array, right? Right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
At this moment, you want to make rear pointer to move this. How? That means what? That means rear pointer should be reinitialized or reassigned to the zeroth location. Thereby, you have to do an adjustment. So, okay. So overflow condition we will change as of now because it is not working. So if this is satisfied that rear has reached, this means what? Rear has reached the last location. Rear has reached last location of the array. Then you are trying to insert because you are under insert function. So if this has reached, and another thing is front is pointing towards this. Are you getting my point?
No, sir.
So
It is
that another condition you have to check. Rear has reached the 7th location, and you have to assume that front is not there, because front, if it is there, that means the array is full, queue is full. So okay, so here you should combine that condition with here. So front is not equal to ampersand secure 0. Okay, ampersand front is this. So this ensures that the circular queue is not full, and we have some vacancy, but rear has reached the last location. So we have to reinitialize rear with ampersand secure 0. Okay, so this is the adjustment. And by this we are doing adjustment, enabling the circular phenomenon. Right. Anyway,
Sir, if front not equals to CQ0, ওখানে একটু ব্র্যাকেটটা একটু ইয়ে হয়েছে, ওটা একটু মানে ক্লোজ করে দিন।
So right. So you can print the rear value at this situation. Okay. So the adjustment was done. So right. So this is pointing towards. So rear is pointing towards this location. So you can further add 27 values. Okay. So now let's bring this situation and verify whether whatever we have done, changes in the code, it is working so far or not. Right. What is the picture? 3 and 6 to be deleted, and we have inserted up to 15. Okay, so let's delete 3 and 6. Display. Yes, 9, 12, 15. 9, 12, 15. So we want to add up 18, 21, 24. 18, 21, and 24. Let's display. So 9 to 27, it is displaying. 18, 21, 18, 21 ও 24টা মিস হয়ে গেছে না? আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে, এখানে 24 হয়ে গেছে, এটা এখানে 24 হয়ে গেছে, 27 হয়ে গেছে, ঠিক আছে। So up to 9 to 27, it is displaying and working very fine. Now see, now is the moment if we want to insert a new element, that adjustment will happen. Rear will reinitialize to 0th location so that we will be able to store a new element successfully. ঠিক আছে? Let's see. Rear equal to 48. Why? Let me check. It is giving us 48. Why? So let's display what happened. Hello. Oh my God. Oh. আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে। So hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Right. So this is verified that we have successfully inserted the value 24 here, 24 and 27. Okay, so this is done and this is correct, no problem. We have come out partially from the problem, right? Okay, 24, 27. And then if I can add another element. Okay, let's delete one element. Okay, and let's try to, oh, we can't display it at this moment because it will give us some erroneous display. I'm telling you why. So one element has been displayed. So 9 is displayed, deleted. So 9 is deleted. So front is pointing towards 12, of which location is 52. Okay, and rear is pointing towards this 27. But if you display, if you want to display starting from front to, sorry, this is front and this is rear. So if you display from front to rear, it will give you some erroneous display. Why? Because it will give you display from 12 to 24, then it will not display 27, because accordingly the code has been written. See, so it is starting from front and it will go up to rear. So traversal less than equal to rear. So that means when it will display 24, where rear equal to 68, let me write, its address is 68 and front equal to 52. So as long as rear is greater than or equal to 52, it will display. But after that, if you do further rear plus plus, in the code you have shift the rear traversal plus plus. So if you do traversal plus plus, then it will become 72. So 72 is greater than equal to 52. So it will try to display the content of 72, but that is, nothing is there, some garbage value is there. So this is the thing.
Yes, sir.
So again, you can you have to come out of this problem. So this is the situation we are facing, and this is the problem regarding array. This is the problem, and we have taken front and rear as pointers. Okay. Anyway, okay, so successful insertions are done. So can we add next? So let's see if we can add any more element or not. Here 30. Yes, we can. Okay, let's see. Insert. Let me check. So if it is coming here, so rear, this condition is false because in this picture rear is equal to 40. So rear is equal to 40 means rear equivalent, this is false, this is also false, so else rear plus plus will happen and star rear equal to value. So 30 will be stored over here. Okay, so every time what you can do, we can display this message over here, printf front equal to rear equal to, so that we can understand whether front and rear are moving correctly. Okay, whether front and rear are moving correctly. So let's do this again. Uh, 40, yes, this is correct. Every time we are displaying correct. Okay, no problem. 6, yeah. So you can now it's very easy to visualize that front and rear pointers are moving as per the design. 9. Let's delete the element. Also, after deleting, if we can show front and rear, then it will be convenient for us to understand whether front and rear are moving correctly or not. Okay, so line 12. Let's bring that situation. কি হলো? সরি, মেশিনটা হ্যাং করে গেল। So this is the situation, 48, 68. Yeah. Okay, this is the problem. Here is the problem. 27 দিচ্ছি, 40 কেন শো করছে না? 40 কেন শো করলো না? এটা হয়েছে তো রিয়ার ইকুয়াল টু, তারপর কোনো ইফ কন্ডিশন কি দিচ্ছে? হ্যাঁ, হয়ে গেছে না? ঠিক আছে, ঠিক আছে।
হচ্ছে রুটিগুলো সব করে দিচ্ছি।
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, ঠিক আছে।
আর তরকারি গরম করে রেখেছি,
হ্যাঁ,
বাঁধাকপিটা আলাদা ইয়েতে রেখেছি, আর
হ্যাঁ।
ডালটা রয়েছে কড়াই,
ওকে,
গরম করে পরে দিয়ে দেবো।
ঠিক আছে।
আমি কড়াই থেকে নামাই না।
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, ঠিক আছে।
আসছে।
হ্যাঁ, আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে। রিয়ার ইকুয়াল টু % সিকিউ 0। এই কন্ডিশনটা ট্রু হয়েছে, এটা হলো। তারপর এখানে এলো ফ্রন্ট রিয়ার।
স্যার এস লুপে রিয়ার প্লাস প্লাস আছে, ওই জন্য ওটা হচ্ছে।
হ্যাঁ, এই ইফটা কাজ করছে না বলে এই ইলসটা কাজ করছে, রিয়ার প্লাস প্লাস হয়ে যাচ্ছে। তাহলে এটা কি আচ্ছা, প্রথমে যদি চেক করাই ইফ ফ্রন্ট ইকুইভ্যালেন্ট টু নাল সিকিউ ইজ এমটি, তাহলে এটা হোক, না হলে এটা হয়ে এটা হবে, এটা হবে, এটা হবে। তারপর আচ্ছা আচ্ছা, ঠিক আছে, এটাকে তাহলে লাস্টে দিয়ে দিই। এমটি যদি হয় তো এটা হবে, এমটি যদি না হয় রিয়ার প্লাস প্লাস, রিটার্ন 0 দিলে হবে, রিটার্ন 0 দিলে।
আচ্ছা স্যার, একটা জিনিস স্যার, স্টার রিয়ার যেটা ভ্যালু, ওটা তো স্যার বোধহয় এই এলস এর বাইরে হবে। সেখানে কি ওটা তো স্যার একটা কোড অপটিমাইজেশন করেছিলেন না?
হ্যাঁ, ওটা বলেছো ঠিকই, কিন্তু ওইটা এই ইফটা চলে আসার জন্য ওটা দেখছি আর কি।
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা,
ইফটা চলে আসার জন্য, ইফটা চলে আসার জন্য এইটা করতে চাইছি। তো যখন এমপি রয়েছে এই কন্ডিশনটা, তখন এটা হবে, মানে সার্কুলার কিউটা স্টার্ট হওয়ার সময় এই ইফটা একমাত্র কাজ করবে। সার্কুলার কিউটা যখন একবার স্টার্ট হয়ে গেল, তারপর ইফ কন্ডিশনটা কোনোদিনই কাজ করবে না, আইদার এলস কাজ করবে। এলস কাজ করে এটা হবে, এটা হয়ে তারপর কি বেরিয়ে আসা উচিত? তারপর বেরিয়ে আসা যাবে না, তো এলস দিয়ে এটা হলো।
স্যার তারপরে ওভারফ্লো এর জন্য চেক করবো এলস এর পরে।
কাজ করে দিতে পারে, এটা এখানে সিকিউটা কি এমটি? না, সিকিউ এমটি নয়। তাহলে কি এই কন্ডিশন? তাহলে এটা হোক, না হলে এটা হোক। CQ is non-empty. CQ is non-empty to shut it down. Is CQ empty? Then do this. If CQ is not empty, then what is the situation? Is this situation happened? Then we will do this. যদি এটা না হয় তারপর আমি এটা চেক করছি, যদি এমন একটা সিচুয়েশন হয় তাহলে এটা হবে, দিয়ে এখানে আসবে, দিয়ে এখানে আসবে। ইফ যদি না হয় এলসিফ হবে, এলসিফ হওয়ার পরে এখানে আসবে, এখানে আসবে। এলসিফ যদি না হয় তাহলে এলসি আসবে রিয়াল প্লাস প্লাস দিস। ওকে, ওকে, ঠিক আছে। ওকে, আমাদের সিচুয়েশনটা হয়ে গেল 27। নেক্সট হচ্ছে 30। এই দেখো তাহলে হয়ে গেছে 48 44। আমরা কাকে ডিলিট করেছি? 48 কেন ছিল? 48 36 কে ডিলিট করেছি, ও 9 কেও ডিলিট করে দিয়েছি। ওকে, 9 কে ডিলিট করে দেবো। 9 কে ডিলিট করতে গেলে তাহলে আর কিছু দেখতে পাওয়া যাবে না। ফ্রন্ট ইকুয়াল টু, ঠিক আছে, তাহলে একটা কাজ করি, এটাকে 9টাকে রেখে দিই। ওকে, তাহলে এই হচ্ছে সিচুয়েশন। আর রিয়ার হচ্ছে তোমার এই হচ্ছে রিয়ার। ওকে, তো এটা রিয়ার হচ্ছে তোমার 48, ফ্রন্ট হচ্ছে তোমার 52। 48 রিয়ার হচ্ছে
স্যার না স্যার, স্যার রিয়ার তো স্যার 44 আর ফ্রন্ট 48।
আর ফ্রন্ট হচ্ছে this।
48।
আমি যদি আবার অ্যাড করতে চাই তখন এটা কিউটা ওভারফ্লোতে চলে যাওয়া উচিত অ্যাজ পার দ্য পিকচার। ঠিক আছে? Okay, so this is another test case. Okay, so at this moment the circular queue is full. So front equal to 48, rear equal to 44. Now tell me, how can we modify the code so that overflow will be the result? What condition we will check? In the
Sir, if rear is less than front,
huh?
so যদি রিয়ারটা ফ্রন্টের থেকে লেস হয়, মানে সেই কন্ডিশনটা যদি দেওয়া যায়।
Sir, if rear is greater or equals to front, then it is overflow.
ভেবে চিনতে বলো বাবা, ভেবে চিনতে বলো। রিয়ার যদি একে পয়েন্ট করে তাহলে কি ওভারফ্লো হবে? এখানে রিয়ার হচ্ছে 40, মনে করো
Sir, rear is greater or equals to front, sir.
কি বললে?
If rear is greater or equals to front.
Rear is greater equal
Greater
to,
or equals.
তাহলে এখানে কোথায় হচ্ছে দেখো, তাই না? So this is one test case where code is failing. বলো কি করাইতে পারো?
Sir, if rear equal to front plus 7,
না রিয়ার লাস্ট লোকেশন কথাটা মানে বোঝো, তুমি যেটা বলছো তার ফিজিক্যাল ইন্টারপ্রিটেশন করো তাহলে বুঝতে হবে যে রিয়ার নট ইকুয়াল টু CQ0 CQ7, মানে if rear is not pointing towards last location then Q is full, তাহলে ওটা তো হচ্ছে না। পিক্টোরিয়ালি তুমি কি করে বুঝছো যে কিউটা ফুল? পিক্টোরিয়ালি তুমি বুঝলে কি করে কিউটা ফুল? আচ্ছা তোমরা সেই সিচুয়েশনটা মনে আছে একদম কালকে আমরা যখন ওভারফ্লো কন্ডিশনটা করলাম তখন কেসটা কি ছিল?
স্যার ক্রসিং ওভার হবে, ক্রসিং ওভার।
ক্রসিং ওভারটা মানে দেখো, যখন কালকে আমরা দেখলাম যে সার্কুলার কিউটা ফুল, ফ্রন্ট এখানে শুরু হয়েছে, এবার তুমি অ্যাড করে করে যাচ্ছ, রিয়ার এখানে পয়েন্ট করছে, এখানে পয়েন্ট করছে, এই করতে 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 এখানে পয়েন্ট করলো, তারপর যেই ইনসার্ট করতে যাচ্ছ রিয়ার ফ্রন্টে চলে যাচ্ছে, ফ্রন্ট ইকুয়াল টু রিয়ার হয়ে যাচ্ছে। বোঝা গেল কেসটা? কি বোঝা গেল? হিন্টটা দিলাম, দেখো এখানে মনে করো 3 দিয়ে এবার তুমি ভর্তি করছো, এখানে একটা এলিমেন্ট, এখানে একটা এলিমেন্ট করে করে এই এলিমেন্টটাই চলে এসেছে। The rear is pointing towards this and at this situation over Q has become full. Now if you want to insert a new element, what will happen? You are supposed to increment the value of rear so that
মানে স্যার ফ্রন্ট ডাবল ইকুয়ালস টু রিয়ার হয়ে যাবে।
হ্যাঁ, so front equal to rear হয়ে যাচ্ছে। So what is the clue? What is the thing? So when front and rear are pointing towards same location, then there is a possibility that the circular queue will be full. Right? হ্যাঁ কি না?
ইয়েস স্যার।
ঠিক আছে, এই সিচুয়েশনে ফুল হয়ে গেছে, বাট মনে করো ওভারফ্লো আন্ডারফ্লো কন্ডিশন কখন আমরা বলেছি কখন দেখাতে হবে? যখন ফুল হয়ে গেছে দেন তুমি ইনসার্ট করতে যাচ্ছ তখন ওভারফ্লো বলবে, বা যখন এমটি হয়ে গেছে তখন তুমি যদি কিছু ডিলিট করতে যাচ্ছ তখন তুমি বলছো যে আন্ডারফ্লো হয়ে গেছে, তার আগে নয়। ঠিক আছে, তাহলে এখানে দেখো ফুল হয়ে গেছে। নাও ইফ আই ওয়ান্ট টু প্রভোক ইউজার টু ইনসার্ট অ্যান নিউ এলিমেন্ট, then it will go under overflow condition. I mean why? Because rear has moved to that location where front is pointing. ঠিক আছে, the front has become equal to rear. তাহলে এই সিচুয়েশনে এই প্রবলেমটা ওভারকাম করার একটা রাস্তা হলো যে ফ্রন্ট ইকুয়াল টু রিয়ার হয়ে যায়। সো এলস এটা কোথায় থাকবে তাহলে বলো? এটার মানে হচ্ছে when front and rear both are pointing towards null, that means the circular queue is empty and its operation has not started, ঠিক আছে? So then this is the condition. If there exists at least one element, the circular queue has started its operation, then this condition, what is giving, what do you mean by this condition? The condition means if rear has reached the last location of the array and front is not pointing towards the 0th location, that means what? That means there is a vacancy, at least one vacancy is there. So then you are adjusting by this. Rear is initialized to the 0th location. Okay. Then if this condition is false, this condition is false, that means what? The circular queue is non-empty. There exists at least one element, and rear has not reached and front is not pointing towards the 0th location, and rear and rear has not reached the last location. Okay. So in the this condition will be false if one condition is false. Either of these two condition is false. So either rear has not reached the last location or front is not pointing towards 0th location. বুঝে গেল? তাহলে এখানে তাহলে কেমন পসিবিলিটি হচ্ছে? So these are the possibilities we have to think about. Okay. So তাহলে কি হচ্ছে? The front is not pointing towards 0th location. So situation could be like this. Yeah. Okay, so let's say 0th location. So front is pointing towards this. It is not pointing towards the 0th location. So this is one situation, and rear may be pointing towards 0th location or any other location. Are you getting my point? So this condition will be false when either of these two child conditions are false. Means if front is not pointing towards 0th location, rear may be pointing towards any other available locations. That is one case. Then this condition will be false. Then it will go to else part. So pictorially, if rear is pointing towards this or this or this or this or this, whatever. So there are
any other position.
Then this condition will be false. Overall condition. And means either of these two child condition need to be false. Then overall condition will become false. This condition will be true only if both the child conditions are true. That is fine. And we have done that. So both the conditions are true means front is not pointing towards 0th location, means let's say this is front, and rear has reached the last location. This is reached. So, okay, so if that condition is true, that indicates this is the situation. And then what you will do? You will reinitialize the rear pointer to point towards the 0th location. So that is excellently done. That is fine. But if this condition is true or false, then you have to think also, because if this condition is false, then the program controller will come under else part. And if it is doing correctly or not, everything, you have to verify that. So if that condition will be false, if let's say either front is not pointing towards 0th location or rear has not reached the last location, any one of them. So let's say if front is not pointing towards 0th location, then rear can be pointing towards any of these other 6 available locations. It may also point towards the 0th location, right? Anything. Then that condition will be false. So if this is the case, if front is not pointing towards 0th location and rear is pointing towards, let's say, this or this or this or this, or this, or this, but not this. Okay, so if rear is pointing towards any other these locations, then what will happen? That overall condition will be false. It will come under else part. If rear is plus, then rear plus plus will happen. Rear plus plus will happen. Rear plus plus means if, let's say, if rear is pointing toward this, it will move towards this location and a new value will be inserted over here. So that's not a problem. Also, this is not allowed. So if rear is pointing towards this, then rear will be incremented to rear plus plus, means rear is pointing towards this location and a new element will be inserted. And that's not a problem. But if rear, okay, that is the case. But if this condition is false due to this phenomena that front is not pointing towards zeroth location, something like this, but rear is pointing towards this location or this location, then it's a suicide. Why suicide? If rear is pointing towards this location, so it will go under else part and it will do rear plus plus. So it has reached the last location, right? One thing. Okay. Confusion হয়ে যাবে। Suppose this is the situation, front is pointing towards this and rear is pointing towards this, has reached the last location. So if this is the situation, that situation will be handled automatically by else if condition. So we don't have to bother about it, no issue. So what is the other possibility? That rear may point towards this location and front is point towards this location. So which condition is doing that? No, false. This is false. So it is going under else part. If this is the situation, then it goes under else part. Okay. So then it will do rear plus plus. So rear will point towards it and a new value will be added over here. So it will replace the older value. So that we have to take care of. And by the way, if this is the situation, this is actually the overflow condition. So after doing rear plus plus, if we check something like this, that front has become equal to rear, then it should display that circular tube is overflow. And then simply return 0. So this is the situation what we are bringing over here. And what are the other possibilities that will lead us to go under else part? Front may point towards this. So if this is the situation, okay, if this is the situation, so then in the code, this is false, this is also false, because front is not pointing towards 0th location, but rear is not pointing towards the last location. So this condition is false. So overall condition is false. So it is again going under else part, and it is doing rear plus plus. So rear plus plus means rear is pointing towards here. And while doing rear plus plus, we are checking that if front has become equal to rear or not. If front has become equal to rear, then it is full. But here, rear and front are not same. They are different. That means there exists a vacancy. So this condition is false. So what will happen? Else star rear equal to value. We will assign the value into the rear. So that is the situation. In this way, we can overcome this problem. You got it, the point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So yes, we need to find one or two more test cases where this algorithm may fail. Okay. So we have improved the code a lot, and it is it will satisfy almost many of the test cases. So we are very
আচ্ছা স্যার একটা জিনিস স্যার ডিসপ্লে ফাংশনটা তো কিরকম চেঞ্জ হয়ে যাবে
ডিসপ্লে ফাংশন
আমরা তো ডিসপ্লে কত
ডিসপ্লে ফাংশনটাকে শুধু ঠিক করতে হবে ওই রকম ভাবে, ঠিক আছে? ডিসপ্লে
ও আচ্ছা।
ফাংশন, হ্যাঁ ওটা করতে হবে, কেন ওইটা ঠিক করার আগে আরেকটা কাজ করতে হবে, সেটা করলে তোমার ডিসপ্লেটাও ঠিকঠাক হয়ে যাবে, ঠিক আছে? তো এই হচ্ছে টেস্ট কেস সিচুয়েশন যেখানে প্রবলেম আসতে পারে, যেটা আমরা এইভাবে ওভারকাম করতে পারি। আচ্ছা 11:53 বাজে, তোমরা বলোনি কেন? আমি টাইম মুস্তাফা স্যারের ক্লাস না?
Yes, sir.
Oh my God. Okay. So let me stop here the class. So I hope you have understood a lot. So the video, refer the video record, so that by the next class we will be in a good position to wrap up the circular queue. Thank you. Let me take the attendance quickly.
থ্যাংক ইউ স্যার।
Shomartho,
Present, sir.
Shomadip, Sani,
প্রেজেন্ট স্যার, প্রেজেন্ট স্যার।
Shomadip present. Sani,
প্রেজেন্ট স্যার।
রিতম, তৌফিক, এরা কি অন্য কোনো ক্লাস করছে? তৌফিক আর রিতম? জানো?
নো স্যার।
ওকে। সায়ন মুখার্জি,
প্রেজেন্ট স্যার।
এই তুমি অ্যাবসেন্ট কেন থাকছো এত?
আমি
ক্লাস মিস, তারপর একটা ক্লাস করলে তারপরে দুটো ক্লাস মিস, তারপরে দুটো ক্লাস মিস করলে তারপরে দুটো ক্লাস মিস, এরকম কেন? কি হবে এসব করে? কালকে বোঝনি তো আজকে কি করে বুঝবে বলো? Let me stop the recording. Okay.